Mirthworms on stage is pretty cute. I was particularly looking forward to this because they're actually performing Sleeping Beauty, which is a story that I love. So I was rather keen to see how this played out. And I have to say it's not too bad. I've seen a few Mirthworms before, not too many. But what I've seen I've liked, and thankfully I can now add to that with this one. This is a short film released in 1989. It's directed and written by Russ Harris and G. Brian Reynolds. And we have a voice cast including G. Brian Reynolds, Rachel Rutledge, Miki Mathioudakis, Peggy Powis, Russ Harris, Michael N. Ruggiero, Adam Dykstra, and Vicki Christensen-Brand. And I apologise if I've mispronounced any of those names. And the characters are putting on a performance of Sleeping Beauty in the Birmingham Bowl. And there are problems. Mostly we have problems with one of the players who is very nervous because of something that went wrong with a previous performance of a previous play. And then we have some characters who are determined to cause problems because of their own selfishness. And I don't want to say too much more than that because the whole thing is only about 20-25 minutes. So I don't want to give away a tremendous amount. But if you like theatre, I think you'll enjoy this. It's a fun story, very well animated. I mean, the animation is a little rough, but it's also very cute, and we have a really nice soft colour palette. So visually, I found it to be quite a pleasing experience. I think the narrative flowed really well. They wasted no time in getting to the point of the narrative, which is something I typically appreciate. And the characters were really great as well, either really likeable, or if they're not very nice characters, they were certainly very interesting. And the voice acting is really good as well. So it seems to tick every box. I probably wouldn't ever watch it a second time, but as a one-time watch, it's rather sweet. If you like animations, if you like theatre in general, and you have 20-ish minutes to spare, then I'd say it's definitely worth checking out. As I said, I've only seen a few other Mirthworms, so I can't really compare it to say whether it's typical of what one would expect from the Mirthworms, but based on what I've seen, it feels pretty typical with my limited knowledge, and either way, I certainly enjoyed it. Mirthworms on stage is pretty sweet, a nice story, well executed with some decent animation. If it appeals to you, I'd say it's worth checking out.